Tonight, we have all 8 mayoral candidates. We have Amrit Beering. We have Suk Dhaliwal. We have Gordy Hogue. We have Brenda Locke. We have Doug McCallum. We have Kuldeep Palia. We have John Wolanski. And although she confirmed she is not yet here, Ginny Sims, who I'm hoping will arrive shortly.
My name is Amrit Beering. I am a father of 2, a software developer by profession. I am living in Canada for 25 years, and I've noticed that in our golden country, which is resource rich, like oil, fresh water, land, agriculture, uranium, fertilizers, metals and minerals, in spite of all this wealth, our politicians and governments have turned us into a country where just about everyone has been priced out of housing market. In an oil country, the gas price is double, food prices are unaffordable, and our kids in school, they are not taught science and math but other agenda, and I am here to set it on the right course. Thank you.
Next we have Amrit Beering.
Governments are supposed to be of, by, and for the people. Very often, the for part is forgotten. There is a quote, where people are scared of government is tyranny, where government is scared of people is democracy, and it's not really practiced. In last 2-3 years, we have seen what tyranny government did, what mandates they did, how threatening were they, how they tried to divide society and demonize certain people who were willing to stand up for their rights. I am all for transparency of City Hall. In our mayorship, there will be a weekly town hall where press and people alike can come and we can discuss what are the things on progress, not that you take your vote for 4 years and then say bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I have Amrit Beering.
If you double the housing price in any country with same salary, it's a recipe to not only price out everyone out of housing market, but also make pretty much everyone hand to mouth. At the same time, our young generation, when they come out of education and look for jobs, they have pretty much no hope and they will go into depression. And you can see your kids, they have no choice but to live with their parents. Even rent is not affordable. So we need to understand why is it so. First thing, our government started selling our property to foreigners, and then because of unprecedented immigration numbers and no plan for housing them, we are all priced out. So we need to address that, and in general, we need to keep taxes lower and cut the government wastage. Thank you.
Thank you. Amrit Beering.
When I announced my candidacy for mayor, I got email from National Police Federation, which is a RCMP union. So in this election, they are a big stakeholder, and they have put a lot of money backing certain people because it's just a good old union job security. Because of Surrey changes, other cities can follow too. So this is a rock and a hard place. We don't favor anyone. Our criteria is whichever police uphold people's rights. RCMP has amply demonstrated during last 2 years that they can be an arm of Ottawa instead of people's protector. They have openly violated our constitutional rights of freedom of speech, mobility, and freedom of expression. We will negotiate with both police. Whoever gives us better confidence, we'll go with them. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on public safety. What investment are you willing to make to eliminate street racing in Campbell Heights? We will start with Amrit Baring.
I didn't know about this situation until I read your questionnaire, which was sent by email. So street race does happen in many cities in the world. It's a way for some people to get a lot of excitement. So I guess they are held back, and we need to officially provide youth to express themselves so they can outlet their energy in a better way, and they can win some Olympic medals for us instead of breaking laws and doing it illegally. Thank you.
Have Amrit Baring.
There is something called redirection, that when you create a problem, you point finger at someone else. So that's the situation here. I claim that we are all federal, provincial, and city government responsible for it. For instance, we are getting 1,500 new people in Surrey each month, and that's the direct result of federal government policy. So they are totally involved in it. At the same time, city, when the property prices go up because there's a shortage of houses, they are ever happy to raise taxes year after year after year. So they are a vested interest because their coffers get filled, but people don't get any reprieve. So all three are involved. Province is directly involved. So it's everyone's responsibility for sure. Thanks.
Thank you.
I will lead by example. Even though I work with computer software, in my spare time I do some horse riding, archery, hunting, shooting, 10-kilometer running, yoga, and I'm black belt in Taekwondo. So I'll encourage students and young people to do a lot of physical activities. I am lacking in music and culture, but that's another third dimension. For democracy, we need to tell our kids that government is your servant. You're not a receiving end, you are a descending end. If you have any issue, go to your councillor's office, go to your MLA's office, go to your MP's office. And if they don't listen to you, go in a group, protest. You have a right to protest as well. Because these days, governments are not trustworthy. And I've been protesting for the last 1 or 2 years against all the government tyranny. That's the only way to go. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, John Miller. And finally, we have Amrit Baring.
I have 1 year experience in politics. Last year I was a federal candidate from People's Party of Canada. If you want to rehire employees who have been terminated due to COVID policy, if you want to confront rising housing costs by having federal government contribute to it because they are the one causing it, if you want to drive out SOGI 1, 2, 3 and critical race theory out from schools, instead have our kids focus on math and science and academics. If you want guarantee of religious freedom, that they are never closed during COVID or any other reason. And last but not least, if you believe children belong to parents, not the government, then please consider voting for me and my 5 councillors under the team People's Council Surrey. Thank you.